Alright, so today we're going to be showcasing the newest Yamamoto in the game, and this character is keeping up with tradition, as both this Yamamoto and the last Yamamoto are kind of both overpowered in their own rights, in my opinion. Now, when I say this Yamamoto is overpowered, I also mean for mid-month standards, and it was one of the main reasons why I was surprised to see the reception for the most recent mid-month, where people are calling these characters trash. For the mid-month standards, these characters are quite something, in my opinion. Stark was given Havoc. We showcased him earlier today. Recommend you guys check that out. Despite the mediocre SA1, Stark does perform quite well, and this Yamamoto is kind of in his own league. And you're going to see that in this demonstration today with this particular character. The things this character can pull off is quite crazy. Now, keep in mind, this character is also an arena character where he also is really good in that particular game mode, and we are going to showcase that in a couple days' time. For today, though, in this video, we're mostly just hit the focus on how he performs in normal PvE content. So with that said, looking at Yamamoto, he is a Mind Sworper captain with the Human Killer ability. Human Killer not being the most ideal killer. There's not much content in the game that has Human Killer, but you definitely can get a usage out of that, especially in Inheritance Trials whenever those human enemies do return. But other than that, looking at the character's skills, he has Sprinter +1, Long Stride, and also Poise. Pretty good set of strong attacks. He is an arena character, which is why he was given those skills, but these skills also work really good in normal PvE content. He has a 60% Berserker, increase the amount of hard droplets you get, and also coins. So despite him not really being a farm character, you definitely can use him to farm content. I mean, you can get coins with him, you can also get droplets, and because that's a soul trait, you can use that for other characters if you don't want to use him, just to then stack up on more droplets on other droplet characters. But with Frenzy +1, and the most important skill here, increased damage to enemies not deflected by a status omen. This is absolutely broken. It's one of the main reasons why 1000 Yamamoto Ichigo is one of the best, if not the best character in the game. And of course, that Ichigo has more going for him, but one of the main skills that makes him crazy is that particular skill. Always basically being able to do double damage is absolutely crazy, and the fact they gave this to him, this Yamamoto, a mid-month character, is crazy. Stark was given Havoc, this character was given this skill. I'm having a higher expectation now when it comes to new mid-month character, because this Yamamoto has set an absolutely high standards. And that isn't even to talk about his strong attacks, because he also does have some really good strong attacks. So let's demonstrate that in some content and see how he does perform. So this might be a weird way to showcase him, but starting off the showcase, we're taking the character into test play. Test play is a good way to decently test the strength of a character to see if they can beat it. If they can beat the test play, it's definitely a promising sign for the character. And in his case, this Yamamoto can actually clear it quite quick. If you saw our test play for this particular banner, you'll see that Yamamoto is no slouch. In this case, we're already 15 seconds through, doing some good damage on our strong attacks, because we actually have a good strong attack kit. SA1 being a beam forwards, very similar to 6th Anniversary Ison. Only thing this character is lacking for the most part is the 20% Havoc, but at the very least, he does have some good strong attacks to back it up. SA3 there. Now the final wave is spawned in. We have Killer against them. SA1, they go down. This character can clear the test play in just under 30 seconds. That's really impressive. Just for comparison's sake, 1000 Ichigo also cleared this test play in just under 30 seconds. So when it comes to damage and also clear time, this character isn't that far behind, end of month characters. He's potentially better than most end of month characters. It's actually kind of crazy. But let's try that one more time. Let's see if I can get a good position. Yeah, there we go. That's a really good use of the SA1. The fact that you can do that with Havoc is actually very impressive. That just goes to show how good that SA1 actually is. So here we go, SA3. And then we use our SA2 there. Look at that AoE. It's crazy. And he has no Havoc. Let's let these enemies get a tad bit closer. The lack of Havoc was definitely noticeable there. If we did have Havoc, we would have probably finished up those enemies. But it doesn't really ruin the character. He just could have been even more insane had he been given Havoc, right? But SA1 there into the 3. It's going to go against these enemies. Couple nice strings, because again, we do 100% more damage. Again, respectable clear time when it comes to the test play. This is impressive. Most end of month characters can't even beat test play. This mid-month character, premium mid-month character, can beat the test play. This character is without a doubt quite crazy in my opinion. Alright, so jumping into a quest then. We're currently in co-op Inheritance Zone, where I don't usually showcase my characters, but right now I can't showcase him in single player IT because I don't have any more runs left. But I still want to showcase him in something difficult. So I guess we're taking him to co-op IZ. The enemies themselves are level 170. And you're going to see here, we're doing so much damage here. And again, the strong attacks they do have aren't too bad. Again, we are lacking Havoc, but at least we have the good variations of the attacks that we want, which is, again, the Lunge and also Beam SA1. Lily has almost the exact same kit as this Yamamoto, but the key difference is Yamamoto was given the better variations of those attacks. In this case, though, let's use our SA2 there on these enemies. Look at that. We're essentially almost 1 to 2 shot in these bosses. This character's damage output and strong attack hit is crazy. For a mid-month character, like if I was ever to get new Aaroniero in-game, I would want him to get this type of treatment because it is absolutely crazy. And the character also then gets better in arena content. And we don't even have killer here, but we're already going into the final stage. Again, we are in Co-op IZ, but even then, like Co-op IZ isn't the most easiest content. But SA1 there wasn't the best position, unfortunately. But I guess at this point, we can actually just use our Soul Bomb. There we go. Soul Bomb into SA3, done. Co-op IZ absolutely breezed through. What I really like about this character, because again, he was designed for arena, he does have those arena skills such as Long Strider. I really like they gave it to him, built into the character. End pose looks really cool, but clearing Co-op IZ in under almost a minute for a 1 out of 5 character, a mid-month character, it's not bad. It's not bad. All right, then, so trying the quest again. Let's see this time we can clear a tad bit faster. Can we position ourselves well here? Okay, unfortunately not, but you can see that the lack of havoc definitely is noticeable. It doesn't ruin the character. It's hardly like that much of a big deal, but it's worth mentioning because this character, had he been given havoc, he might have been top 3 best mine characters in the game, and that's not even a lie. Like, the damage output he's providing here is great. Strong attack hit is great. If he just had that extra 20% range, he would have been better than most characters, unironically. That's how close this character was to almost being perfect. In this case, though, we did actually take a tad bit of damage, so we are now losing out on, like, I believe 55% full stam. But even then, you're still going to see here that we're doing some respectable damage, even without the full stamina. Hitting 32k on our final hit. Hopefully we can heal up sometime soon, because that'll be great. The character itself doesn't have any built-in healing, doesn't have any way to stay at full stamina. Nor does he really need to, besides, you know, the skills that we're giving him. But he also doesn't have any immunity, so do keep that in mind. He isn't like the most safest character, but he is a massive powerhouse that's almost guaranteed to clear content wherever content you're going against very, very fast. So let's use our SA1 there, into the 2. Let's dodge out the way, because that Shuhei can always be deadly with his no attack strings. Hopefully we can kill both there. There we go. And Shuhei, Renji, and Yachiru taking all the lieutenants down with just strong attacks. YAMAMOTO, man, absolute beast of a character. And the model looks great too. In this case, 1 minute 33 seconds. Are we going to be able to get under 1 minute? I don't think so. We'll try one more run just if we can do that. But with the lack of havoc, we are having to use maybe 1 or 2 more strong attacks. If we had havoc, probably would have been able to do it. But in all honesty, this character is definitely starting to grow on me. I really like this character just by playing with him. Like, gameplay-wise, he just feels so smooth. Definitely one of the smoothest characters. This kit in general is just great. Even the visuals aren't even too bad. It was definitely one of the biggest critiques for this character upon release, is that he kind of just looks kind of boring. But, you know, if you actually think about it, visually, he's kind of in line what he's supposed to do. This is a YAMAMOTO not using his Zanpakuto. He is a brawler character. So him just having, like, debris attacks and smoke and stuff like that, after effects, it kind of makes sense. Even the Soul Bomb, which I wasn't the biggest fan of, after watching this scene and how it played out in the anime, it's almost 1-to-1. So I don't really blame Caleb for making it look the way it did. It is animated well. I still just think maybe the direction they took with it wasn't the best. Definitely lacked a bit of impact, but yeah, it's fine in all honesty. SA3 there as the enemies get close to us. Lovely. Now let's try and use our Soul Bomb, because we definitely should be able to get to maybe the final boss. We don't have Killer here. Nor do we have a Tenjitai, so we'll see. Let's use our SA1 there, actually. Now Soul Bomb. Okay, unfortunately, the Shuhei actually survived here. Actually hit us too, but it's fine. We just maybe have to use 1 extra strong attack. There we go. Yama with his fist. It really feels like we're using Yama with his fist too, you know? Like, man somehow got stronger by ripping off his clothes, throwing away his Zanpakuto. Bro don't need it because he's got his fist and he's coming in with his hands. And in this case, a 1 minute and 10 second play time in Co-op IZ is very, very respectable, especially for a mid-month character. Keep that in mind. Mid-month characters aren't supposed to be this good, but here we are. He's definitely comparable to end-of-month characters. His character's damage output is crazy. And to finish up the showcase, we're taking him into Co-op Droplet Zone. He is a Droplet character after all, so you are going to use this character to farm droplets. And I guess in this case, he wouldn't be too bad for manual play and even autoing. Most of his DPS comes from the actual base character itself, not doing damage to enemies afflicted by a Salesman. While it's true we did give him skill. Oh, that was beautiful. While it's true we did give him skills and also, you know, links and stuff like that, so we can do more damage when at full stamina. And obviously, when you're autoing, you're not going to be at full stamina because you are forced to take damage here. He's still going to be able to do a lot of damage, right? Because his biggest asset is definitely coming from the skills. 100% more damage to enemies not afflicted by an element. In this case, if we go here, use that SA3, look at that. Almost killed the Kenpachi with just 1 SA3. That's really good. Oh, look at that. That was a beautiful SA2. Wow. Let's go here. SA1. Oh, Retsu. Almost spawned on us, but we still were able to dodge it. Again, thanks to that long stride. Really good there. That is built into our character. And now we're going to the final stage here. Let's just go here. Use our Soul Bomb. SA3, and the captains go down. We're back in Soul Society. We're just beating all the captains that are disobedient. That was actually really, really impressive. And with that, again, very similar clay time to Caught by Z. So 1 minute and 13 seconds, not too bad. So with that said, lads, that was the video for today, showcasing the newest and very powerful new Fierce Battle Yamamoto. As already mentioned at the start of the video, this Yamamoto and also the Stark releasing the ban have definitely set my expectations high for mid-month characters, because these are really good. Stark would have been significantly better had he been given a better SA1, but he at the very least was given Havoc, and in this case, Yamamoto is only realistically lacking Havoc here. If he did, he definitely would have been one of the better mind characters in the game. He already is, to be fair, but he would have been better than most newest end of month characters. But this character is definitely a character worth using, and he's also great in Arena 2, so we're going to demonstrate that in a couple days time. So for a mid-month character, I'm actually very, very impressed. Having said that though, this is a character that isn't needed in a sense. Again, he's only really there to farm droplets and also coins. If he was a Linkster character, he probably would have been a tad bit more enticing. And while he is a great character, he's mainly just for Yamamoto fans. If you want to play as the Yamamoto, especially one that does the Sokotsu, then by all means have fun, he's going to be great. But KLab aren't really giving you a reason to use this character, since he's only increasing droplets and also coins. Coins come by easy, coins come easy, and the droplet increase he does have is a soul trait. So having the character is good, you can just give it to another character. So you're not missing much by having this character. I don't want to make this video seem like he's a must-have. He's great if you have him, and if you want to use him, you can definitely do that. But he isn't a character you need to go down to 0 for. He's still, I think, a somewhat easy skip. Picking him up later on when he's a filler in a future banner, and you can definitely have a bit of fun with him. Overall, very impressed. In the comments below, let me know what you like to think about this Yamamoto, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care, and peace.